Yo, I'm back. This is the second installment of the series of rating these directors' best films. If you want something more specific, check out the E.T. review. The second guy that I wanted to rate the work of is Martin Scorsese. Scorsese has created some of the most beautiful masterpieces in a variety of different genres, each of them innovating film to some degree or the other. For someone with hundreds of masterpieces under his belt, it was quite difficult to narrow down his best work from an objective standpoint. And this was quite frankly the hardest director to do that with. He just has such a larger understanding of film than the rest of us, but in the end, this came out of it as a standout. I'm gonna get into it. What do you want me to say here? I'm confused. This film is just so unbelievably good. Every scene throws something new at you, and the film runs at such a quick pace. It feels so short, but includes a ridiculous amount of information that makes you think far after the film is concluded. Even so, one could easily follow the film's plot through well-made story structure. I really like that this film breaks a lot of rules regarding average structure of a story, as the film really does not have a main character per se. Most would probably point to Ray Liotta's Henry Hill, but I and Scorsese would argue that Hill is more of a force of bringing the viewer through this world. The world or the setting could probably be considered the main character. I personally think their narration throughout the film is also one of the best components, and I think it was one of the first to be narrated in this way. Just the cursing and the complaining, which adds more spice in character than most narrations. One of the positives found in the narration is that it's quite frequent, but it's also never overbearing. It's perfectly thrown in and out. Obviously, Scorsese knows how to work a camera, which is put on full display throughout this film. I think some of the signature shots of Scorsese's career could be found in this film, and every shot presents something new. The film also uses lighting to its advantage by mainly having a sort of red tint throughout that could be interpreted in various different ways. I love the themes presented in the film depicting loyalty and honor, as the characters are really thinking more out of their own interests rather than the family, but they all work under this facade. I also love the characters and their special quirks throughout. It just seems like they're always acting at each other because they're all extremely good actors. As someone who's deeply interested in the mob life, this film is truly special to me, but to others, I think that the film could get anyone invested in the material. Truly a masterpiece in cinema. Most of my thoughts were channeled in the positive section, but what I really want to get across here is my true love for this film. This is just something different, and I think it's genius in every possible regard. For me, it's a 10.